Good morning, my loves. Happy Tuesday. It is another beautiful day here at the lake. It's about 4:30 in the morning, bright and early. Interesting topic. Bitterness. Anger, resentment that turns to bitterness. We all know people that are bitter. They get vengeful, vindictive, angry. It becomes a cancer to their soul. Well, that's my opinion, of course. But people fail to realize life is ever changing. We are ever changing. Relationships are ever changing. People come and go in our lives. Jobs come and go in our lives. Relationships come and go in our life. Everything comes and goes, ebbs and flows. It's life. What is meant for you will find you positively. What is not meant for you, let go of. So often we find something, someone that we think, okay, this is me. This is what I want absolutely, positively, and we latch onto that for all we're worth. And yeah, all that glitters is not gold. You might really think you want a relationship and you meet the person and you get to know them and you're in the relationship, not what you thought it was. Maybe it's abusive. Maybe they're just boring. Maybe it's just not working out, but you wanted this so bad. I remember eons ago, gosh, I must have been in my 20s. And there was a job I really, really wanted, a promotion at the hospital. I really, really wanted, I thought. And I put in for it and I did the interviews. I really, really wanted it more than anything in life. I didn't get it. And then I found out later I would not have been happy in that position anyway. It wasn't me. Now, at the time when I found out I didn't get that position, I was mad because I had every right for that. I was just as qualified as the next person, and I was 20 years old. And of course, I knew everything back then. And I didn't see that it was a blessing that I didn't get it. Rejection is protection. We just fail to realize that. So instead of realizing and accepting, okay, this didn't work out, it's not for me, people get mean, they get vindictive, they get bitter. Several people come to mind. Family members come to mind. Just all kinds of people I know that don't get their way. They become like a 3-year-old, a toddler throwing a tantrum in Walmart. They're either going to lay on the floor and scream and kick and attention-seeking behavior, or they're going to pout. They're going to cross their arms, huff and puff, and not talk to anybody. They're going to hold their breath. Whatever. Instead of realizing maybe you're not qualified. Maybe this isn't for you. But when a door closes, another one opens. If you allow yourself to see the opportunity, if you're not so consumed with the anger and the bitterness and the hate, then you will see the blessings that surround you and go for that. People that lose their job. I was talking to someone the other day, and a lot of people in their company are being laid off, and it's very stressful and very worrisome because, it's August now, but holidays aren't that far off, and everybody's concerned. Understandable. Absolutely, everybody's worried. And people get really upset with management when they lose their job. They get vengeful. They get spiteful. They get vindictive. Instead of realizing the door closed, another one will open, just pursue that. Let it go and just move forward. Learn the life lessons. If you messed up, if you were fired, whatever, learn the life lesson and move on. If you were laid off, if your department closed, if the company was downsizing, it happens. It's not necessarily about you personally. It's just the position. The company isn't doing as well. They had to let people go. And that's really hard because people take it personally. It's not always personal. Sometimes it is really just business, but it hurts. It really hurts. But instead of allowing yourself to be caught up in the anger and the bitterness, not getting your way. Everybody in the world's wronged you. Everybody's wronged you your entire life. Hold up. Just stop. Quit playing the victim. Take accountability for your part in something. If you were laid off, okay. You were laid off. There were people with more seniority that probably stayed. Let it go. Move on. If you were fired, accountability. Why were you fired? Were you the ideal employee? Did you get in trouble a lot? Did you goof off? Did you screw stuff up? Take accountability. The world is not out to get you. There's a lot of people out there with paranoia, and some of it is due to mental health issues. Some of it is actually due to medications. And I have to say this, a lot of people go online to, well, I mean, there's stuff you see all the time on TV, products that are not FDA approved. They have not been investigated. They have not been studied and tested. You see things on Amazon, on TikTok that people are pushing and promoting and, going on and on and on about. They don't realize the side effects. And it may be for pain management. It may be to stabilize you hormonally. It may be for, aging. It may be any number of things, but there are side effects. And so often, especially with hormonal issues and pain management issues, the side effects can be paranoia or anger. And people don't realize that. And then you start to tell them, have you looked at the ingredients? Have you talked to your doctor? It's not that. They close their mind. They don't want to admit they may have made a mistake. They may be taking something that's actually making things worse. But please don't take anything that is not FDA approved. Please. I don't care if your neighbor's best friend's barber's dog walker's gardener takes it and does great. Yeah, you don't know that for sure. Just because somebody on TikTok says it's wonderful, they're probably being paid to say that. Fine. Just because you see it on Amazon and it looks good doesn't mean it's healthy for you. You're taking chemicals, putting them in your body. Your body is it runs off of chemistry. Your heart runs off of a chemical battery. Your brain runs off of a chemical battery. You're putting things in it on a continuous basis, whether it's the coffee you drink, water, tea, a hamburger, a muffin at breakfast. All of that is chemicals, right? It all has a chemical structure, and it affects the battery, the chemical battery in your body. It affects your gut. It affects your brain. It affects your circulation, your blood sugar, your liver, your kidneys. Be careful what you're consuming because it can have adverse effects, and people don't want to see that. I know of 2 people off the top of my head that are taking things that they think stabilize their mood, and it's making them paranoid. It's totally changed their behaviors. They may see it as it's stabilizing their mood. It is causing hell in their life, but they don't see it. They don't want to see it, so that's on them. I'm not saying a word. They wouldn't listen to me if I did. But please, take accountability for what you're doing, for your place in your life. The world is not out to get you. I promise. I personally have no grudges against anybody. There's a lot of people that don't like me. I know that. Okay. You have every right not to like me. That's fine. I wish no one harm, no one ill will. I am not a vindictive person by nature. I'm not a jealous person by nature. That's just who I am. It's just me. It's a Brenda thing. A lot of people are. So please, let go of blaming everyone for your problems. Move forward. When a door closes, another one will open. Allow yourself to see the door, to see the blessings. Rejection is protection. The world isn't out to get you.